Wow, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parents. That's better than none, right? So you guys are going to be instrumental in putting on some good entertainment this year that aims to honor the Lord and be a blessing to all of us. Yes, ma'am. I know, there's a few others that are too, that's okay. But yeah, so we want the entertainment that we produce to honor the Lord and be a blessing to all of us through the process of being creative and also to make memories that will last. And something, magical happens when we connect and work together, especially in theater when we're being creative. And God has gifted each of these students, and while I hope we have a lot of fun and get inspired and grow, I hope that any good that comes from our efforts serves as an act of worship and offering on our part by recognizing that our talents come from Him and honoring Him as we enjoy using those talents. We get to create our culture in our class and what our environment will be like as we work together towards shared goals. And as we do that, let's remember Ephesians 4:2, be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. So let's try to encourage each other and make this a program in class where everyone feels at home. So the main thing I needed to touch base with some parents primarily this evening, I want to go over our dates and make sure everybody has double, triple checked calendars. Let me know of any conflicts. And also to discuss some venue options for our shows. So in the fall semester, I've got, on the second week of class, we will look at some different script options and start to kind of narrow down what our end of semester show for the fall semester will be like. And that'll be like a Christmas show. And tentative dates for our final rehearsal and for performing are going to be December 8th and 9th. The 8th is a Thursday and the 9th is a Friday. We do have the option to add additional Thursday practices, but I don't really want to do that in the fall unless we really need it. So we'll discuss the details of that more in class. But if any students are taking dual credit classes or work on Thursdays, please let me know at the beginning of the semester. Let me know now. And again, if everyone can check schedules for those rehearsal and performance dates, and let me know of any conflicts before we make any concrete arrangements. And so for our fall venue, we are going, let me skip ahead to spring. The spring show will be a full production like we have traditionally done. For the Christmas show, we will still be doing something, but it will be not quite as grand of a production as the spring show. It will still be a fantastic and super fun show. But having said that, we do have the option of having it here. It will be something that we choose a script in mind with this small stage. My thinking for the Christmas show, it's going to be smaller skits, so it would just be smaller groups of people on stage at one time. The benefit of having it here is that it's free. We wouldn't have to charge for tickets, but we do have the option. I wanted to kind of see what interest level was for having a venue. I was specifically looking at the Ellis County Women's Building. It's near downtown Waxahachie. It is a beautiful historic building. It's a smaller stage than SAGU, if you're familiar with McCafferty, where we've performed before. It does not have the front curtain, but it has a beautiful stage, seats 100, 120, tables and chairs are included. If we did book an outside venue, of course, then we have to fundraise, and there's some other things that go along with that. So let me see here. So the simplest way to fundraise is finding a single sponsor or possibly 2 sponsors to sponsor our whole show. And the next simplest is to sell ads. So be thinking about businesses that you frequent or might have a connection with that might consider doing one of those things. And we'll flesh that out a little more throughout the beginning of the semester. But if you already know, hey, we have a family business, or I know someone that has a business, this is their jam, they might love sponsoring, our show, let me know, right away. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an approximate cost of what you need to raise?
So if we did the Ellis County Women's Building for our Christmas show, cost would be approximately $550. That would be, we would have it to be able to rehearse there Thursday and perform Friday. Depending on the exact timing, we might also be able to perform 2 evenings or to have, to have kind of more more bang for our buck and more performances than usually the Christmas. They just do one performance, so it might be kind of fun to do it twice as one option. But $550 was the approximate price for there. And yes. And then for the spring show, dates for that tentatively are April 17th through 22nd. So let me actually back up and finish. So what I was just saying about the Christmas show, having it here versus having it at the women's building, does anybody say, I just want to have it here?
Me.
Yeah, okay. Anybody strongly feel like I want to check out the other venue? Students can have a say too.
Math-wise, that's like $25 a kid, just in case anybody was wondering what it would be to raise that.
Right, right. And I don't want to put too much on the families, and we will do some fundraising for the spring as well. So if it's, I want to have a good balance there.
What's the seating like there? We have more seating than we would have in here at the Women's Center.
It's probably about, I'm not sure. It's like, I think 120 is their capacity, seating capacity. You could squeeze a few more than that in here.
Do you have a bigger stage over there in there?
The stage, yes. The stage, it's not ginormous, but it goes all the way straight across. I would say at least from like where this pillar pops out here and this one here, at least that much. And there's not a huge backstage area, but it's workable.
Working on the stage.
Huh?
I just feel more comfortable working on the stage.
Yeah. Well, and we will have the big stage ideally in the spring. I haven't asked you all that yet, but I'm figuring that's where everybody's going to want to go. The Lyceum, that's a beautiful venue. If you want to contact them and ask about pricing and stuff, that would be something we could consider. Yeah. And there's other, any other options too if anybody has ideas. I did email the Chautauqua, but I haven't gotten a response yet from them. So this isn't like our final decision tonight, but I wanted some feedback from parents of like, no, we can't handle another commitment, or yes. No, it's on or off. We don't have, but it would probably be that way at any of the, yeah. So be thinking over that, and I'll put out a poll to the whole class as well. And then for the spring show, McCafferty, you want to do McCafferty? Okay, that's where okay, anybody against doing it there? Okay, so yeah, and again, there will be some fundraising and ticket sales for that one as well. Yes?
Did you say those dates in the spring one more time?
Yes, April 17th through 22nd, and that will be like all week. Typically, we'll do Monday through Thursday. We'll have half-day rehearsals in the afternoon. I think we've done like 1 to 4, Monday through Thursday, and then usually Monday and Tuesday are tech days. Wednesday, Thursday are dress rehearsal, and then Friday, full run, final run through, and perform Friday night and perform Saturday as well. So, anybody have any questions or comments or input?
Do you know what we're doing yet, or are we gonna have like a student meeting where we can brainstorm some different ideas? Do you have any ideas for that yet?
So for the fall, I will bring some scripts to class for us to look at, and I'm gonna have 2 different options for what the whole class will do as a group, and it will either be a play where it's broken up into different scenes, so you wouldn't be in every scene, but you would have a main role in your scene. And it's more of a regular 45-minute play. And if we do that, then it would probably just be that. Or then there's this other one, and it's just this real, I don't want to say cutesy, because it's not, I don't want to, in a good Christmassy way, fun, short 5 or 10-minute play. And if we did that one with the whole class, we would still do smaller group, but just individual skits instead of being, little scenes as part of a play, if that makes sense. So we're going to consider those for fall. Yes?
Would we make the skits, or would we just
No.
scripts?
No. There will be pre-chosen scripts, or pre-written, written by other people. And if you like writing scripts, I know in the past that's something that's been done. We're not going to have time to do that during this school year, but if you have any ideas you want to pursue, you're welcome to write whatever you want and submit it anytime before next summer to be considered over the summer for next year. So that's how that'll work. As far as the spring, it'll be similar where I'll definitely take input from the class on ideas, what you guys want to do, if you have anything in mind. But then it's also, there's a lot of considerations like with finding scripts that are affordable, that don't have licensing fees and stuff like that. So I'll take input from the class, choose some scripts that are doable, and we'll look at them together before making a final decision. I reserve the right to, over that final decision, but I definitely want it to be something you guys are excited about and interested in. So unfortunately, some of the specific requests are being done like now locally, and I don't want to, if something's being done at a theater locally, I don't really want to do it right after.
One word, clue.
That might be an option. We'll talk about it in class. Yeah, yes, sir.
Do you know if ECCHO still has the rights to Treasure Island? I know that show got canceled over COVID and it never actually happened.
I'm not sure. We could check with Sarah about that, though. Yes.
So like the practices that are now on Fridays, activating?
So class is from 12:30 to 2:30 every Friday. And what we'll do, especially starting off, will just be like getting to know each other and doing some games and doing some, work on specific skills. And then that second week, we'll already jump into looking at scripts. And then as we shift into working on the production, then the class will be a mix of, come in, do some games to warm up, and then work on our show. Right.
And will there be additional practices besides Tech Week and then just before the show?
So for the fall, I'm hoping, and this will depend on you students, making sure you memorize your lines at home, but I'm hoping for the fall show we won't have to have any Thursday performances, just like one right at the end. But for the spring show, we probably will have regular Thursday rehearsals like we've done in the past, and that's normally done the same time frame as class would be, that 12:30 to 2:30, just on Thursdays. But we'll confirm all of that as it gets closer and stuff. And again, we understand that some people have other classes or this or that, but we just do what we can. All right. What other questions?
Is there anything that they need to be bringing to class?
Once we're working on your script, it's just, writing utensils, maybe a highlighter, just so you can take notes and things like that. It's always good to have pen and paper just in case you need it. But until we're needing props and things like that, there won't be anything specific other than that for this class. Anybody else? All right, well, thank you guys again for being here. Check those dates, December 8th and 9th, April 17th through 22nd, and let me know if there's any conflicts, and watch for kind of some more details to come out.
I did think of a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you all record do you guys do any recordings?
It's usually a parent that volunteers, so we always try to, so hopefully we'll still be able to. Brian, you want to pencil us in? And come record our shows. So we definitely try to, yeah. Even better. Woohoo! All right. Okay, yes, sir.
I was going to say bringing a pencil along with maybe some paper, but a pencil is really important because on the script, once you get it, you can edit what certain emotions you want to do for certain lines and how you're supposed to say that line. Like you're blocking, what you're supposed to do. Just lets me able to keep notes of that so you can practice it at home a lot better.
Yes, and pencil is key. I like that you mentioned that. I recommend a pencil because a lot of times things will change, and sometimes it changes when we get to the stage and see, oh, this is a little different if it is, a different venue, than we expected and whatnot. So, okay, so I will also, I'm really trying to avoid having a group me for every single category in life, but it really is super effective for being able to just, get something out directly to the group. So I will start a theater group me as well. I'll email that link out for everybody to join. And that'll just be for stuff like, hey, remember today's dress rehearsal, or we're selling ads now, here's the details, or, whatever it may be. All right, any other questions?
Me.
Yes.
What's your question, Betty?
uncomfortable and we that just buy groceries at work.
Oh,
Costco.
yeah, okay.
That's a good question. Very good question.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else, then I'll dismiss you guys for this evening and see you in a couple weeks when we start class.